attitude then. Coming down this weekend, I'm supposed to be linking up with sis. Um, so yeah, as I stated, my screen on there's actually like a hairline. I don't know if I should say it like that, but a hairline crack right where my camera is, and so that's what's making it. I'm assuming that's what's making it like super blurry how it is now. The light is always there, but hey, girl, I hope all is. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. You know, somebody be calling me like, so what's tea? What you need? Because you calling me on my work phone. You don't even call me on my cell phone. Don't fucking play with me like that. Who is this? But yes, hope all is well. I'm supposed to be linking up with sis this weekend, so I'm gonna take these braids out. I didn't even take the pipe cleaner, or not the pipe cleaner, but I didn't take the ends off because I really enjoy, as much as like lock wearers and lock havers, like we want our hair to grow long, and then once it grows long, I requested some records and just got on this easily attached. Unfortunately, it's only years, like I said, submission release. The documents are exempt. We got someone, a fatality, and they're still investigating, so they don't want to give the result. I mean, the shit up. So that's what they saying. And it's so sad. Like I got a little emotional, today. I was just like, y'all, you don't think about how dangerous driving a car is. Like working in personal injury, it's just like something as small as somebody else's error could end your life, ruin your life, disfigure you, handicap you in a way that's, for life, all because they weren't paying attention or weren't looking. Like, this shit crazy. It's so sad. So, because I'm so emotional, I got a little emotional earlier looking at one of our cases. It's like, uh, but yes, honey. So, I was supposed to have a date this weekend. The doctor was supposed to come in town, but he asked me the other day, like, you want me to come on? You want me to come see you? I was like, sure. But then the more and more I think about it, it's like, we ain't really been too much talking. You know what I'm saying? So you just gonna pull up what? And try to fuck. And that's supposed to be cool right now. That's not tea either. So I'm just gonna link with sis. We're gonna get cute. We're gonna go out in the city. My sister's newly single as well. Well, I'm not really newly single, but I'm single. And she wants. Oh God, what to say? Wait. And she wants to go out. You know how sometimes when you're newly single, honey, you can't sit down somewhere because it's like, wow, if I sit down, I'm gonna be sad. So ain't nobody trying to sit nowhere, child. Um, I really want to call them people back and cuss them out. I know who that was. That was for me. That was a bill collector. Boy, don't call my motherfucking work phone. I'm glad I picked the work phone up. Okay? Because, yeah, no. Like, yeah, no. That is horrible. Imagine you work at a big corporation. Somebody tell me it's a personal matter. Boy, you don't get on my phone. Like, when I don't need now, I mean right now. I need to go get some postage stamps. I'll be back. I loved Friday because it's jean day. I mean, we technically can wear jeans any day of the week, but you gotta make it a little spiffy with a dress up top or some shit. I like jean day when I can just thug it out, like from top to bottom, including the sneakers. Um, but yesterday I had a trunk or treat for my daughter. Well, I didn't have a trunk or treat, but we had to go to the trunk or treat for my daughter. I had such a good time. She had a good time. I know I told you I had started the real estate school. So, um, We couldn't stay that long because I go in the evenings, and I'll be done with that next week. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of food in the shirt because I ate. No, this is ice cream. I had Chick-fil-A today with some ice cream and just dropped it all down my shirt, just all down here. But I really didn't have too much that I wanted to talk about other than my hair. I've had, oh child, I can't even think of it's been at least, ooh, it's been a while since I braided my hair, so my hair really needs to wash and breathe. I can't wait to take these out. But what I was saying was, as your hair gets longer, when you have locks, to get them off your neck, off your, you know what I'm saying, is everything. So it was great. It's always great to have a lock bob, especially in the heat. But I'm gonna take these out, wash my hair. I don't know if I feel like doing hair this week. I'm gonna be honest. What is ladies do? I don't know if I feel like washing hair this weekend, but I'm at least for sure gonna take the braids out. Okay. Um. Yeah, because they're dusty. They're a little old and dated. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I want my birthday is coming up in December, so I'm not really sure how I want to like what I want to do for my hair. Last year I did the not pipe curls. A lot. Last year I did the what you call them shits, the yarn braids, right? And so this year I'm thinking I might. Oh, another thing, y'all. I know my audio in my. It's not even. I hope the audio in this is not that bad because I realized those headphones were still connected. So I turned off my Bluetooth on everything. So hopefully nothing. I mean, you guys can hear me um, fairly clearly. And that's another reason why I don't make that many videos because I don't like. Back in the day, when I used to make videos, it was on my MacBook. Um, I need a new one. That MacBook, though I still have it, it just kind of stopped. I update it didn't have any space on it, and it got really slow. And then I took it to add more RAM to it, and then I tried. It was fine for a little bit. Then I tried to update it, and then it never came back after I updated the bitch. So I was like, oh gosh. So I still have it at home. My mom was like, take it to the shop. I'm like, girl, that computer's like 10 years old. I bought that when I was in undergrad at Georgia State University. Like, it's so old. I need a new one. And so, but you know what though? She allows me to use her computer while I've been doing this real estate school. So I should start recording on. Why haven't I been doing that? I think it said you couldn't go live or something. I have to have some sort of software, and I'm not sure what software they need to go live. I have no idea, no earthly idea of what software is needed to go live. Like, no idea. No idea. I guess I could just, it's something maybe as easy as a Google. But what I was doing today was watching the rest of American Horror Story. So I came on talk not I don't want to say I did a review because reviews, you girls are used to, the people who do reviews doing them weekly and banging them out for you. I don't want to say I'm done that because I haven't done that. But I did enjoy the first half of American Horror Story season 10. Red Tide. This Death Valley is like a drag. It is a fucking drag to complete, to finish because it's just like, so what we doing? What we doing? And so, Ryan Murphy, while I love your brain, I love the creativity, and it's not like, for me, I know a lot of people were excited about the, I took my earring out. A lot of people were excited about the alien area that they were going into, the direction that the show was going into. As someone who hasn't really, I don't really put too much thought or stock into whether aliens are real or, like, I don't really care. Like, there's a lot of motherfuckers on Earth that I'm just still trying to deal with. So I haven't, I wasn't excited. I didn't get excited. I wasn't like thrilled with the idea of it being, I wasn't thrilled with it being, aliens. And thus far, it just kind of transitioned into like, okay, so what? We still have Sarah Paulson, who is, again, American Horror Story royalty. And she plays Mammy, which is Eisenhower's wife. Eisenhower is the president, so it's set back in, I guess, the 60s or 50s. So we're just trying to, like, it's so much. And again, because I didn't do I think last time I talked about it, it was like on episode 5 or 6. And so since then, we have pregnant men, pregnant women having babies, alien babies getting killed. The president himself, maybe, like I said, she is, her body is taken over by an alien, so she's an alien, or what have you. But what I dislike about it most is that, like, well, I guess it's kind of cool. Let me be honest. It's kind of cool that they're tying into some of these real life stories from, culture, American pop culture that really happened. And that's something that American Horror Story and Brian Murphy have done quite often. Know how to take a little bit of reality and maybe just kind of flip it into a situation where it's, now it's fictional, or yeah, now it's fiction. But so we see what's old girl? We see what is old girl? White lady, Marilyn Monroe. Okay, there's always been like a speculation of what happened to the real Marilyn Monroe, right? They said she either overdosed or was sick or whatever it was. But in the story, in American Horror Story, she was actually killed, for running her mouth about the aliens. And so it also has, the Kennedys in it. It has Nixon in it. It has Eisenhower, Marilyn Monroe, Mamie. This last episode, they talked about Jackie O, and about, like, how people love Jackie O, but um, Mamie Eisenhower's wife was actually pretty cool. There's a lady who is, I guess her name is Calico. Something. I have no idea who she is, or who she was in real life. Like, I'm assuming that it was a real person, but I don't know who the fuck that was. Um, okay, what else did I do? I was doing something. Oh, I need to find my own name. But I don't know. Like, did you guys watch American Horror Story? And if you did watch it, did you enjoy it? I wanted to. I really wanted to. And American Horror Story is one of those things, because it's only 10 episodes, I have to see it through. Like, I'm going to finish it regardless of whether I enjoyed it or not. I think I can't remember which is my least favorite. My least favorite was probably Cult. American Horror Story, Cult, or I don't know. I think Cult was my least favorite. And 1984 was, not everything either. But with Jangles and Leslie Grossman, like, there was an old show that I used to watch with Leslie on. It was years and years and years ago, Leslie Grossman. It was like a teen show, so she was young herself. What the fuck name was that show? Well, she went to Sarah Lawrence. Um, WB, What I Like About You. Yes, it's an old show, What I Like About You. Isn't that old? What year was that? It ran from 2002 to 2006. I remember her from that. That was my first introduction to Leslie Grossman. But, like, and I don't recall her having that much work in the last few years, or maybe I just didn't see the work that she was in, or the movies that she was in. But sis has acting chops. She's really good, and I also love the he's escaping, the killer is escaping, that everybody is making I guess a TikTok or a reel too. That's kind of cool as well. But I don't know. I really wish American Horror Story would have done a 10 episode um season on Red Tide. that shit was lit. Like it could have went so many other places, as opposed to just dying out and here we are with Red Tide. Um, I haven't even finished the episode of Red Tide. I got like maybe 20 more minutes, but since nobody was in the office real quick, I was like, let me pop on here and say something. But I don't know. I just the last thing I saw was the young ladies having their baby, and they killed the black girl baby, and then they killed her. She said kill her, and I was like, and I cannot remember what is Ross, Angelica Ross. She's really great is for the culture and for American Horror Story as well. Is that her name, Angelica Ross? I could be wrong. Yeah, that's her name, Angelica Ross. Um, and she serves. She's 40. Oh, she's from Wisconsin. Bitch, what? I know that was tough. A gay black man from Wisconsin who becomes a transgender. I want to know everything about Angelica Ross now. I have so many questions and I'm so curious about everything because I want to hear her story. I'm so curious. Because WI is Wisconsin, right? She is from Kenosha, Wisconsin. And she serves. She serves. In Red Tide, she's like half alien, half human, type situation. She's kind of like a mother there. Like she is, um, kind of like a head bitch in charge. I guess she is. She's handling things and taking names later, and she's calling a couple shots. What I also saw was that what is that man name? What is the man name for American Horror Story? He's new. He's not new. He's been in the last few seasons. Oh gosh, what is his fucking Cody? Cody? I think his name is like Cody Fern. I want to say his name is Cody Fern. I'm pretty sure his name is Cody Fern. Evan Peters, Finn Woodwork. I'm pretty sure it's Cody Fern. What is his name? Cheyenne. Okay, let's just type in Cody Fern. Yes. So he's in the series and he plays like the devil. He shows up to the White House, and he's the devil and he is the enforcer, and if you don't get right, he's gonna make you get right. What he just did, they killed Eisenhower. He was in a hospital bed. Then they flatlined him, and then Nixon became president. They made Nixon go deuce, like lay down on the table, and they said some sort of procedure. I don't know if it was a prostate check. I'm not sure, but he was on his tummy, and it was some sort of procedure where he hated it so much so that he did exactly he got in line. So with American Horror Story, there's always a touch of homosexuality there because the creators are homosexual men. I don't know if they all are, but some of them are homosexual men. So it's always some sort of homosexuality that takes place in the. Make sure I got all this right. Her name spelled right. Date. Addie. Claim number. Date of loss. Okay. Just want to make sure I got all this right while I'm up here doing all this chit chat. Still working, baby. Okay. Okay. But I don't know. I just was disappointed. It wasn't what I wanted, and what I think, what sucks most about it is because with COVID, we all had to sit and wait on our favorite shows. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that we didn't mind waiting. We just whenever they come back, if it's 2 years, 3 years, we gonna be there. Like Insecure just premiered last night. I want to say. And they had a high. Well, I think all the production because Hollywood was shut down, just like everywhere else was shut down. And so, with that being said, there was so because we needed a good season. We hadn't watched American Horror Story in forever, and I know they tried to pacify us with American Horror Stories, which was okay. A few of the episodes were okay. But I guess when I watch horror, especially with it being Halloween, this was so anticlimactic. Because it's like, y'all, this is close to Halloween. Why couldn't we get a bloody, gory, you know, type situation? I want it to be bloody. I want it to be gory, Aubrey. Um, and it just wasn't. The few, the few slit throats that we have is fine. Now, what I also didn't necessarily love about the ending episode of the first half, which was, um, I didn't say it 3 or 4 times, which was Red Dragon. No, Red. Oh Jesus! The first part of the series was when they tried to switch it up, and I think it was episode 6, and they realized, okay, we got to close up these storylines so we can move on to I can't read AUB AU. Is she not there? Maybe she don't have it on. Maybe not to do it. So let's put it in grandma's. What I recall, or what I remember it, now being a month and a half later, was that they close up like every season that we have to tie up the loose ends or whatever. So it happens so quickly. Like one scene, if in like one scene, you can get 4 or 5 deaths and 4 or 5 story conclusions. However, it's always very rushed. It's always very rushed, and it's never given it an opportunity to just unfurl itself naturally. So that's one thing I will say that we have noticed about Ryan Murphy. That I don't understand why they just won't give them more episodes where it's not, where storylines can actually unfold as opposed to um, being rushed. That's kind of aggy. Why didn't that change? Okay, because that's the template of. That's it's very much so. Very much so. Y'all always trying to find something. Very much something. Y'all always trying to find something. Something. Very much something. Y'all always trying to find something to talk about. um, but yeah, speaking of pop culture, I did X for a reason. I listened to X for a reason because I was excited. Like, ooh, child, X for a reason. We all got one of them. Um, I like the X for a reason. Now, I did like it. Well, first I was just kind of like, what is happening with the cadence? It did take me a second to like, all right, do I like it or not? I do like it. Um, I think JT's verse, because Uzi not, I guess, fought Brittany or whoever that is, and ran down on her, it would be different. But knowing the story of whatever they say happened, and knowing the story of whatever they say happened, and now this video, and it could have nothing, one could have absolutely nothing to do with the other. However, it kind of just looks bad because you got one person saying, she, and just if you listen to the lyrics, like, she an ex for a reason, she calling back, it's just like, oh, I hope you're not talking about Brittany. I hope it's not like a hit. As long as it's not a shot, I'm cool with it. It's a cute little bop. Obviously, Summer is talking about, well, could be talking about London on the track, in their situation, but she has a whole new man, so I would hope not. And maybe we do, but hell, shit, that's what we need to get into. Leaving exes be where they at, please see. Let exes lie. But that's for clients. And then apparently, Miami. Speaking of Miami, she has a song with Quavo. I haven't heard it yet. I think it dropped the day before yesterday. But I haven't heard it, so I will though. I am going to listen to it. Any other new music that's come out, like of course the Kanye or the Ye. I'm not a big like rap fan, so I didn't purchase it. And then who else had an album come out? Oh, Certified Lover Boy. I didn't listen to that either. I really know who I've been listening to. Sir. This is nigga named Sir out of Cali. Let me stop smoking one day. That shit black as fuck. But It's a nigga named Sir out of Cali, who I am just adoring. And then I listen to my old stuff. Like it's not. I don't be pressed for, you know what I'm saying, what's coming out with what, because it's all overly saturated. It all sounds the same sometimes. And then what doesn't sound the same is just like, well, what the fuck is this shit? um, but I don't know. What, I don't know what else is happening out in the world. Um, without going back on the internet. I couldn't even tell you. I know they said, "Oh, remember that guy that killed that young white lady?" Damn, I forgot her name too. It's all good. But they said they found him. I don't know. Let me see him. Let me see the body, and I'll let y'all know if it's really him. Gabby. He had killed Gabby. Let me see it. Let me see his body, because you know media tell you anything. I don't know if that's him. I don't know if they found anything, or if they just like, you know what, we're gonna close this down so people will know. Um, you know, or so people will stop feeling like uh, there's a killer amongst us. But there's so many killers amongst us. Like that's so sad. I'm in some of the mommy groups on Facebook, and one of I need to do a what you call it for her too. One mom was asking like, "Hey, I'm moving to Atlanta. Do you guys have any suggestions? Um, you know, or anything I should know?" And then some people was like, "It's a killer in Atlanta. He's preying on women at the parks." And it's like, wait, no. They said it's a serial killer. And so the other moms was like, "No, it's not a damn serial killer." Like, I think you know the verbiage of everything can increase someone's anxiety, as well as their nervousness, as well as their, what am I trying to say? Like fear, you know, and fear creates a whole nother realm of not possibilities, but like outcomes. And so suppose somebody was like, I'm packing up today. I'm about to go. I'm about to go to Atlanta today, and you telling them that, and suppose they're not strong in what they feel, so now they no longer move to Atlanta. I mean, we fool anyway. You feel me? We fooled in a bitch anyway, but it wouldn't hurt none to not spread fear and panic amongst people. I don't know, but yeah, I didn't want shit, y'all. I really was just sitting here. It's like, let me get on here, and I feel bad because, like I say, every time I make a video, my audio is like trash. That first video I did of American Horror Story, when I was just talking about it, not reviewing it, it was like 10, 15 minutes of pure silence. One of my babies messaged me. She was like, "Oh no," she commented, was like, "You can't hear nothing." I was like, "Wait, wait a minute now. Wait a minute." But until I get some technology, I don't know if I want another MacBook. I don't know what I need, child. I just need help. Help me, Lord. I just need help. Well, clearly this little girl can't sign her name, but I don't know if I should do one for her then. But we got to. But anyway, let me get up off of here, babe. I want to go to sleep. I want to take a fucking nap. Like, I'm off this weekend, so I got a little free time this weekend. So I'm gonna try to sleep in, clean up, and get ready for the oil machine that'll be here on Wednesday. I'm super excited.